Looking at some of these newcomers in the strawweight division, yeah, we had some questions answered so far here. And I'm looking at like the future of 115. These are just some of the fighters I think will get ranked. But look, all right, two beasts. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is not a quadruple threat. This is not a triple threat. I'm just picking on some fighters here. I'm just picking on some fighters here on who I think will get ranked and stay ranked for a period of time. You know, I honestly don't see anybody holding the strap right now in this picture. Okay. I don't see anybody holding the strap right now. I honestly don't see anybody fighting the title eliminator unless Ricci somehow gets that victory over who's she fighting in a month? Oh, Yan Xiaonan. Yan Xiaonan, right? She's gonna be fighting Yan Xiaonan in a couple months. So she might be the only one I can see getting that title shot by basically by default, right? If she beats Yan Xiaonan, she's probably gonna get that next. Or they might make her fight the loser of Verna and Suarez. Who knows, right? But I think, yeah, when I look at these fighters here, I think they've shown some growth and some good skills, but at the same time, right now, I can still see a few of them taking L's. All right. And that's not a bad thing. Like, I can see a few of these fighters on the screen taking L's here again, and maybe two or three times. But I think with what I've seen from them, it's going to make them better. I think it'll make them better, as they get down the as they get down that stretch, closer to their prime, because all four of these girls are still young, and there's still some other ones, like I said, I didn't name, but I think all four of these, they still have some growing to do. I would say right now, yeah, Josephine Knutsson is probably the one, hasn't taken an L, but even her, like, there's no guarantee. There's really no guarantee. I know she's probably like one of the strongest, and I think has the higher IQ out of them as far as how she makes choices when she's fighting. Good strong clinch game. Fights her way, doesn't get too wild. I think takedown defense is good, but maybe she needs to work on her grappling a little bit more. But I think Josephine Knutsson, she'll probably get ranked here pretty soon, maybe by next year. But she still needs just a couple of good tests. And if she was to lose, I don't think it's going to break her, right? That's why I picked these four too, because I think they'll take a loss here and there, but I don't think they're going to be broken, or you're going to see them just go on like a wild losing streak, Paul said, these are my girls right here, except for Ricci. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just picked them, man. I just handpicked them and said, let me pick some of the girls I think are going to get ranked here at some point. So, yeah, I think Knutsson, she's, of course, like the greenest as far as ranking. Denise Gomes is right under her. Denise Gomes, thundered in with some good knockouts. Bruna Brazil, she knocked out. Yasmin Jauregui, she knocked out. Took that Angela Hill fight. Definitely has some things to work on as far as her ground game and her gas tank and pacing and so on. But I think that her striking is coming together as far as her punches. How she puts her hooks and stuff together. So with what she's bringing to the table, yeah, I think that eventually, when she really catches on to just like fighting longer fights with more experienced girls, like she's got Karolina Kowalkiewicz problems coming up, that'll be kind of a test for her. I think Karolina might be trying to take her down in that fight, trying to outbox her. So we'll see, man. We'll see what she's working with. I mean, as far as being answered right now, I think what we've seen in the Angela Hill fight is there's still some discipline issues there. She's got to stop looking for the big knockout. It's not always going to come, right? Lucindo, I think Lucindo, yeah, the white hair girl is Denise Gomes. Her hair changes a lot, but that's Denise Gomes. Colossus said if Josephine fixes her ground game, then she's going to be a problem. Yeah, I agree with that. I think the ground game on Josephine Knutsson right now is really just a lot of controlling from her back and defensive grappling. Kind of, I won't say it's like Marina. I think she still looks alive compared to Marina Rodriguez. Like, she can get up. Like, I think she has better get up and better activity off her back. But when she starts taking girls down and using her strength on the ground, yeah, she could be a problem. Yeah, Denise Gomes is young. All of these girls, they're still young. The youngest here, I think, is Lucindo. Lucindo in her last performance against Marina, it was enough to get her in there. She's number 8 now? Yeah, so she's in a good spot. Like, I'm glad they didn't give her number 6, but she's number 8, and I think that's a good place for her, but also dangerous. So, but that's what it is. Again, she answered some questions that I needed answered. I was wondering, like, does she really have that power set up? Like, is she gonna be setting it up? I know she's only been working with Amanda Nunes for so long. It ain't been that long yet, but some of it is starting to rub off. But it needs to transition into an actual fight. And when you fight a better polished striker like Marina, it's not going to be easy. I mean, the expression on Lucindo's face in that fight a couple of times when she got hit, I know Colossus saw it. I know he'd be looking at stuff like that. But like when Marina hit her with them right hands a couple of times, I know you saw Lucindo's eyes bug out. And to me, that was her wake-up call in there to say, uh-oh, this is different, So that right there was answered for me that, okay, how she handles another fighter striking, is still, she's still green there. She's still green with her distance. She's still green with how she's keeping her distance. And it's not, it's not something that you can learn overnight with, even the GOAT, even somebody they consider the GOAT and Amanda Nunes, right? It's going to take time. She did stay in there. She didn't give up though. Like, she did show IQ level by saying, okay, I'm not striking with Marina anymore. I'm going to body lock and take her down. Yeah. Lucindo said, "Yeah, forget that. I'm taking you down." Like, and that was smart. See, dumb fighters would just stay on the feet and run, or they would try to bang with her. Right? Yeah, James. Yeah, like Lucindo's shots are wide. Dumb fighters would have just tried to trade. Like, had she ate one shot, she probably would have just started swinging wild and trying to brawl with her. Gotten, like, I hate to say it, like Jessica Andrade, right? When Jessica Andrade gets hit, she wants to get it back and she starts swinging wild. So I'm glad Lucindo didn't do that. Lucindo said, "Oh, forget that. I'm taking it down," or she stayed on the outside and stayed honest. So I think that does stand for something. She didn't really win the striking exchanges, but she landed she landed some nice spin kicks to Marina's body. I think she got that from the Waterson fight, because Michelle Waterson did hurt Marina to the body with a spin kick, and Lucindo did throw a few of those out there to the body. So I do like that. I do like that element that she brought into the fight, but she doesn't need to do too many spinning attacks. She needs to stick to more of I think, offensive striking where she gets in and does her grappling thing. Because I think her grit and her strength on the ground can be, that can be exploited. That can really go in there and do some damage. Yeah, I wish Lucinda would have did ground and pound when she was on top. I do too. Like, that's what I was waiting to see. Like, you haven't really seen Marina get finished on the ground like that, because some of these girls are kind of struggling to get Marina still sometimes. And I thought Lucindo had her in a perfect position where she had the full mount, but instead, she was right, poking eyes and poking the girl's eyes with her chin and things like that. I was like, man, use these hammer fists. Like, if that was like Wei Lee or Kayla Harrison, they drop bombs, Zhang Wei Lee, she was tearing Lemos up. Once Kayla gets you framed up, and looking at some of these big fighters like them and Jillian Robertson, when they get you framed up, they drop elbows on you, So I think that's something that they have to go back and really work on, like the striking period on the feet and ground and pound. Like, she wasn't going to get a submission on Marina. I already saw that coming. So she just needed to work her ground and pound. And that's something I'll say. Ground and pound in the future is a must for her. Even leg kicks. I didn't see too many like good calf kicks from. Maybe she was trying to stay away from the leg kicks to avoid getting countered by the right hand. I don't know. But There's definitely some good things I see from all these fighters. Even Ricci, man, like Ricci, I think Ricci, Tabitha Ricci, she's using youth on her. She's definitely using her youth. Um, I think she is getting stronger. Maybe if she's able to use that Tisha Torres type of style where she's clinching on the cage and using combinations, and then she's also got the jujitsu to fall back on, maybe it'll benefit her. But we'll really see. That question is really going to be answered with her when we see the Jan Janon fight next month. All right, we're gonna see if this is a miss for her, because I think, yeah, it probably would have been wise for her to go to Thailand like she planned to and work on her boxing or Thai boxing and Muay Thai. But the UFC said, you ain't going nowhere. You taking this fight. Girl, you taking this fight. Yan Zhan's got a fight. So you taking this thing. You taking this fight. That's how it was. She had to take it. So, being like I said, being with what's his name, to Caleb Smith, him being a boxer, maybe that'll rub off. Like, I don't think Caleb Smith is like this top-notch high-level boxer from what I've seen. He's still coming up, but his fundamentals maybe can rub off, since she's dating him. Maybe they're working together. Maybe some of that's rubbing off, but I don't know. James said, what chance do you give Ricci? As far as winning this Jan fight, I still lean towards Jan Janon. I know a lot of people think Jan's going to get taken down, but I think Jan might be stuffing some takedowns in this fight. So it really depends on what she looks like in the Jan fight. But as far as chances of being the champion, I don't really see that now. Her chances of being a good, ranked fighter that's going to grow, I think her chances are high there. Like, I think she'll be ranked in the top 10 for a few years. I think she'll be in there for a few years. But I think when it comes to fighting like a Suarez or Verna, those fights are tough. Those fights are going to be tough for her. Oh, man, Herbert Burns just cut too. Dang. Yeah, Tisha and Fatima Klein. Tisha just got ranked, and that would be a good fight to get Klein ranked, right? Klein might go in there and do something, because Klein's got a little bit of a mix of things. Aaron might say, can't wait to see Fatima Klein's debut properly. I know, man. I'm waiting on that. To be said, Jillian kind of outclassed her on the mat, but outside of that, she's pretty well rounded and has shown to be good at winning decisions. Yeah, I think that's a good thing about Tabitha Ricci. Like, I think she's finding ways to win. Finding ways to win is always good against the lower level fighters with what you got. But when you start getting into the realm of like the Suarez's and like the Vernas, those girls with just physical strength and like really, really good grappling, those are going to be the hard fights. Those are going to be big, strong girls. Those are going to be the hard fights to adjust in, Yeah, Jan's ground game is pretty bad. Like, she did get taken out a lot of times in that. She got taken down. I'm gonna watch that Wei Lee fight again too. I want to watch that. Ricci's got a good chin too. Ricci, she be bleeding in fights. But Ricci's got a decent chin. I will say that, man. Like, if her durability holds up, she could be a problem for Jan. If she can get her down, number one, if this little thing can get her down, and she can be a pit bull on her, because we all know Carla did it, and Ricci is younger. MMA math is starting to look a little interesting here. MMA math is starting to look a little. It is. Like, if I pick Carla, yeah, there really should be no reason to kind of lean towards Ricci, huh? But then again, that was Jan of a couple years ago, so I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I think that Strawweight has some good fighters on the come up, but don't expect anybody in here right now to go on like a huge winning streak. You'll get your feelings hurt. You get your feelings hurt. I can definitely see some of these fighters, like I said, taking some L's, but it's not going to be a bad thing. I think out of these four that do take L's, they're going to come back and get better. Like I said, Denise Gomes already taken an L against Angela Hill. She's coming back. And Lucindo didn't look her best, but I think she'll learn from that. Knutsson, smart fighter. Don't know what type of style necessarily is going to beat her right now. Maybe a big, strong grappler, or wrestler, Klein style. I don't know. Somebody that's really going to push the pace on her and take away her striking. Ricci's going to get tested in a few, not a few weeks, about a month. Yeah, about a month. So we'll see. Who do y'all favor the most out of this? Like, if y'all had to pick, like, I can't pick, but I know some of y'all are watching these fighters closely. But who do y'all think gets the first title shot out of these fighters? I think it's going to be Ricci probably. But who do you get? Who do you? And that's if she beats Yan Jana. Y'all believe she's gonna beat Yan so easy? I think we all gonna agree Ricci might be right. But who do y'all think's getting the title shot first out of these fighters? Of course, there are levels to it because Ricci's ranked a little bit higher. What do y'all think? 2B said I was talking about Pierre Rodriguez, but I feel like Tabitha versus Yan is closer than people think. Tabitha versus Yan. Okay, Zaman said he thinks Lucindo probably will get his first title shot. Tiago said Josephine will. Oh, wow. You think Josephine's going to get a title shot first? Dang. Because these other girls, I mean, Denise's not ranked yet, but Lucindo's ranked now. You think Lucindo ain't going to make it there? Ricci's not going to make it? Because Knutsson, she's got some work cut out for her, but I think Knutsson probably will win her next fight. Who is she fighting next? Pierre Rodriguez, right? I get Pierre Rodriguez and Pelostri mixed up, man. That's the thing. Some of these girls now, they be mixing me up. Pelostri is fighting Corey McKenna this weekend. Paul said probably Lucindo. Gomes is my second pick. Oh, okay. All right. I would probably say Ricci, man, just because she's already there. Like, and this is if Ricci beats Yan. If Ricci beats Yan Zhan on this, she'll probably get that shot, I think.